Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live at the Whiskey Lounge. It's another Thursday evening, and that means that I'm here. And thankfully, you are too. My name is Steve Rashid. I'm your host for the evening. We've been doing this not quite 2 years. So if you're just joining us for the first time, I don't know. It looks like I recognize a lot of the folks here, so I don't know if anyone is here for the first time. But we have been doing this very regularly for almost every Thursday for the last almost 2 years. And so it's our little Thursday evening gathering where we have jazz, duets, and trios largely. Once in a while, we'll break that mold, have a solo artist or a quartet or something, but usually it's just duets and trios by design. The idea being that just a handful of musicians allows us as audience members to witness a real kind of conversation and a real kind of intimate interaction between musicians, which is very fun, both as an audience member, I feel, and as a musician. I'm also a musician. We do live recordings of all these shows, if you aren't aware, so that's why it looks like an abundance of microphones here. That's because we do a live recording that we archive, and then later the musicians are able to use those recordings for their purposes if they like. And we also have a great relationship with the jazz station here in Chicago, WDCB, 90.9 FM, and they help us promote our live shows on their radio station. But then, in addition, we now have a weekly radio show on WDCB, which is called Chicago Jazz Live. And I'm the host of the show. It's every Tuesday evening from 7 to 8 p.m. And what the show consists of is edited versions of these performances. So we record all these performances, and then with the musicians' permission, of course, we edit the shows down to 1 hour packages, and then they're broadcast on Tuesday evenings. So it gives a wider exposure to the musicians and brings more original content of Chicago, all the great Chicago jazz artists that we've been lucky enough to have come through this stage. Gives them a little bit more exposure. So we're grateful for that. And it's also syndicated. We've just started the show. I was just telling the story to the folks on stage before the show. It's syndicated. It's since we've just started. I mean, we just started in January. We're only 8 shows in. We're getting a group of shows together, and then it's up on PRX, which is a public radio exchange. If you listen to public radio, sometimes you hear that brought to you on PRX or PRI. We were on PRX, and so hopefully we'll start getting picked up by other stations and broadcast around the country. So that's our hope. Yeah, how about it? So we're very grateful to our relationship with WDCB, which is helping facilitate all that. So that's enough of my commercial announcement. If you are aware of the radio show, however, you may be aware already of Alyssa Allgood, because Alyssa and her trio were our first guests of our first show, because Alyssa was here back in October, and they did an incredible show. I was so crazy about it, and so when I was planning out the episodes for the radio show, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to start with that one? And so Alyssa was our first guest in January, and actually that show will be coming around again in several weeks. So you can listen to it and hear a rebroadcast of that show that we first aired in January. But this you're in for an extreme treat. This is Alyssa Allgood. She is a young singer with great promise. She's just a fantastic vocalist, and we're going to be talking a little later. I come up at the end of the first set and we do a little Q&A. But we'll talk about some of the places she's been recently and some of the recognition that she's received, because she just keeps racking them up. It's really pretty great. And she's with a formidable trio. It's Dan Chase on the B3 organ and Tim Fitzgerald on the guitar. So I'm going to get out of the way. I'll come back up at the end of the first set. We'll chat a little bit. But for now, please give it up for the Alyssa Allgood Trio. Thanks.
Well, thank you so much. As Steve mentioned, we were here back in October, and we are just thrilled to be back here again tonight, and so happy to have you all here with us in the audience, or the virtual audience if you're joining us from somewhere else. We are going to be doing a handful of new arrangements for you, which are going to be on our upcoming album. And but before then, we're going to do a couple of my favorite standards, and we're going to get started with something out of Billie Holiday's songbook. This is "I Only Have Eyes for You." the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue, but you are here and so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. Oh, the stars out tonight. I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, because I only have eyes for you. I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden, or maybe we're on a crowded avenue, but I know that you are here and so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view, because I only have eyes. I only have eyes for you. I only have eyes for you. Thank you. Tim Fitzgerald. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have crowded avenue. You are here and so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes. I only have eyes. I only have eyes for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to continue with another one of my favorite standards. I think there are many, many things that draw me to this music, and one of them, especially regarding some of these old standards, is the lyrics. I think some of these songs have just incredible lyrics and messages, and this is a song that even the title kind of blows me away every time. This is The Shadow of Your Smile. The shadow of your smile when you are gone will color all my dreams and light the dawn. Look into my eyes, my love, and see all the lovely things you are to me. Our wistful little star was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. Know when I remember spring and all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. The shadow of your smile when you are gone will color all my dreams and light the dawn. Look into my eyes, my love, and see all the lovely things you are to me. Our wistful little star was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. And now when I remember spring, all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. I'll be remembering the shadow of your smile. That's all I have of you, just the shadow of your smile, just the shadow of your smile, the shadow of your smile. Thank you.
Same key.
Great. That's actually part of the new album, so just kidding. But anyways, thank you so much. The next song will be on our new album, and I'm super excited to do this one for you tonight. I was telling Steve a little bit about this, but I am very drawn to a recording era back in the 50s and 60s. There's the classic Blue Note era for that recording label. And so far I've only found one vocalist who recorded an album as a leader. So a lot of the music was written as an instrumental song. And I have been writing lyrics to those songs or finding other versions with lyrics written to them. And we're going to be doing sort of it won't be a tribute exactly, but sort of a celebration of this really classic era in jazz. Some musicians from that era you might know are Wayne Shorter, Hank Mobley is a song we're going to do next, one of his tunes, Lee Morgan, and lots of other folks like that. So we're super excited to do a couple tunes for this new album. And the first of that is a blues written by Hank Mobley. This is off of his album entitled Soul Station. It's a great album he released in 1960. And this is a blues entitled Dig This. And I wrote lyrics to this and also part of his solo, which is called the vocalist. So I took all the same notes, all the same rhythms that he recorded and wrote lyrics to them. And my lyrics sort of talk about sometimes I think there are people that come into our life to challenge us, and we really try to understand them, to compromise, to put ourselves out there for them. And sometimes it just doesn't work. And it's better for you to be the one to walk away. So this is Dig This. One, two, a 1, 2, 3. If you can't dig this, then just keep on walking. If you can't dig this, then just keep on walking. If you can't dig this, move along. If you can't dig this, then just keep on walking. If you can't dig this, then just keep on walking. If you can't dig this, then move along. Now I hope that you can dig what I'm gonna say. Can't figure out why you're still still acting this way? Under that smile that you wear around, is someone trying to bring me down? Why can't you be true? I see right through you, and what I see doesn't sit right with me. I tried to pay my dues to you, but that never came through. I told myself that I was to blame for not understanding the rules to your game. But now that I see clear, I think that we're through here. Yes, it's best for me to move along. Thank you. For me to move along. It's time to move along. Thank you so much. That was Dig This. Thank you. We're going to continue with one that's not going to be on the album, but it's still kind of from that era. This is a great tune written by Freddie Hubbard with lyrics by a wonderful vocalist and lyricist, Miss Abby Lincoln. And besides the last few days, it's kind of felt like spring here in Chicago, hasn't it? It's been so nice. And then it was not so nice. But it'll be back soon. So we thought it would be appropriate to do Up Jumped Spring. And if we sing it, then it'll be here, right? That's my goal. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Ba-do-da, ba-ba-da, ya-do-da, ba-ba-do-da, ba-boo-da, ba-ba-do-da, ba-ba-do-da. I was out promenading, high hope was fading, the dreams really come true. When up jumped springtime, and I got a look at you, all at once it was heady, a gaze long and steady. The sounds of the patter grew dim. When up jumped springtime, and love came on in. Now my heart wants to cheer. Life's sweet promise is here, and love is a lovely thing. Now we're two hearts together like bird and the feather. Our love is as free as the wind. Up jumped springtime. So hello, my friend. Thank you. promenading, high hope was fading, that dreams really come true. When up jumped springtime, and I got a look at you. All at once it was heady, a gaze long and steady. The sounds of the patter grew dim. When up jumped springtime, and love came on in. Now my heart wants to cheer. Life's sweet promise is here, and love is a loverly thing. Now we're two hearts together, like bird and the feather. Our love is as free as the wind. Up jumped springtime, so hello my friend. Ba-do-da, ba-ba-da-la-do-da, ba-ba-do-day, ba-boo-dad, ba-ba-do-dad, bum-ba-do-day. So hello my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, we're going to continue with a few tunes in a row that will be on our new album. And the first one is a beautiful ballad written by Horace Silver. This is Peace. Ready? There's a place that I know where the sycamores grow and daffodils have their fun, where the cares of the day seem to slowly fade away in the glow of the evening sun. Peace when the day is done. If I go there real late, let my mind meditate on everything to be done. If I search deep inside, let my conscience be my guide, then the answers are sure to come. Don't have to worry none. When you find peace of mind, leave your worries behind. Don't say it can't be done. With this new point of view, life's true meaning comes to you. And the freedom you seek is one. Peace is for everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. I did not write those lyrics, and I haven't figured out who wrote them, but I think that Horace wrote them. I found out in some of the research I've been doing for this project that Horace had a love for writing lyrics, and I heard these set of lyrics on a Norah Jones recording, and then also an album that Horace released, and he had a singer named Andy Bay sing those lyrics with him. So I think that Horace wrote them, and if not, we can just think that he did. So we're going to continue with a Joe Henderson composition. This is a really standard instrumental song, but not so much for the vocal side of things. And I stumbled across these great lyrics on a Tierney Sutton album. She's a wonderful vocalist. Turns out she did not write them. It was a singer named Kelly Johnson, based in the Oregon area, I believe. They're really, really nice lyrics, and I hope you enjoy. This is Recordame. Now's not the only time, no need to hurry or worry how it will be done. You know there's always more to learn, and time is all you got, so will you live your life or not? Courageously recreate your dream. What you see, you will be. Listen, remember me. Now's not the only time. Although the show goes on, it's not the only show you'll blow. So write your visions in the sand and let them wash away, and then you'll realize one day that you've begun. Heart and mind are one. What you dreamed, you've become. Listen, remember me. Thank you. the only time. Although the show goes on, it's not the only show you'll blow. So write your visions in the sand and let them wash away, and then you'll realize one day that you've begun. Heart and mind are one. What you dreamed, you've become. Listen, remember me. Thank you very much. All right, so this next song, I feel like I'm going to be letting you all into my personal diary, if I had one. I don't really have a diary. Sometimes. But anyways, this is a great, beautiful composition written by saxophonist Sam Rivers, who also recorded for the Blue Note label. And this is a song I believe he wrote for his wife, whose name is Beatrice. And I never met Beatrice. I'm sure she's a lovely lady. So I decided to use the first part of that word, which is be, and kind of write lyrics about getting comfortable with being where you are. I think a lot of times for music or any field that you're in, it's very easy to be thinking about what's next and how do I get there and who's going to help me get there and what do I have to do for the next step. And those are all really important questions, but in those questions we lose this insight that being where we are is very powerful and very important. And those are what these lyrics are about. So again, welcome to my personal diary. This is Beatrice. Can you define life in the moment of each moment? Or do the moments define you once they're through? Can you see where you should be? Or are you blind from the questions in your mind? Like, who will I be? Will the world ever see me? Or how will I know which way to go on life's journey? Your mind is set and you soon forget. You can go far if you believe in where you are. Thank you. Tim Fitzgerald. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to close out our first set with something that's not from the Blue Note era. This was way before then. Not way before. A decade before, I suppose. And this is a great Charlie Parker composition entitled Yardbird Suite. And I was talking about the Horace Silver song, but I'm pretty sure he wrote the lyrics. I'm actually pretty sure he wrote the lyrics on that one. But it reminds me, when I first started singing this song, I thought that I read in a book somewhere that Charlie Parker wrote these lyrics. And I used to say, oh, well, who knew Charlie Parker wrote these great lyrics? He definitely did not write these lyrics. So I gave him credit for something he did not do, although he did so much for us. Bob DeRoe wrote these lyrics, so I apologize, Bob, for the miscommunication on that. But this is Yardbird Suite with Bob DeRoe's lyrics, which you'll hear at the very end of the song. Okay, right on it. 1, 2, Thank you. Tim Fitzgerald. It's hard to learn how tears it can burn one's heart. That's the thing that I found out. Too late, I guess, 'cause I'm in a mess. My faith is gone. Why lead me on this way? I thought there'd be no price on love, but I had to pay. If I could perform one miracle, I'd revive you thinking of me. I know that it's hopeless, cause you could never really care. That's why I despair. I'll go along, hoping someday you'll learn. The flame in my heart, dear, forever will burn. Forever will burn. Forever will burn. Forever will burn. Thank you so much.
That's Alyssa Allgood.
Thank you.
How about that? Dan Chase and Tim Fitzgerald. I'm going to sneak over here. Hey.
Hello.
Here's my piano bench. Gosh, I have actually a lot of questions. One of them is, and I want to get to this right away only because I don't want to forget to get to it. You just were at another jazz festival and got another, tell us about it. It was a Mid-Atlantic Jazz Festival and you went second place for what exactly? Tell us.
They had a jazz voice competition, so I was one of 6 singers that flew out to just out of the DC area, and I placed second, so I got a little trophy and I got some money.
Wow.
We like money and trophies, right?
Nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was really interesting for me because I've done a few competitions, and this was the first one where they gave direct feedback on stage. It was a little American Idol-ish, which was, I was a little nervous about that, but they gave me some good things to think about and just some really positive comments.
Who were the judges, or how was it facilitated in that way?
They were just a few people kind of from that area. There were 2 singers and then a piano player who were kind of from the DC area.
And that's where this was? In DC, Washington,
Yep,
DC?
so it was in the Rockville, Maryland, which is about an hour out of the airport because I took the train, so I know that. So yeah, it's in just close to the DC area.
How do you even do you submit something for that, or how do you wind up there?
Yeah, so they had an online submission similar to the Montreaux competition I did last summer. So I just submitted a few songs, a resume, headshot, bio, those kind of things, and then you just submit it and wait and see what happens. And then I think they actually called Dan first. I don't know how. Apparently I gave him their number, or gave them his number as well. And they called me and said that I was accepted and I had to get my plane ticket and all that.
So then did you perform with these guys, or did you perform with their musicians?
No, they had a house trio. So I got to do a rehearsal with the piano player the day before the competition. And then we showed up and did the whole thing in front of judges and people.
Wow. If you're not aware, Alyssa in 2014 won the DownBeat magazine Collegiate I want to make sure to get this correct, vocal Soloist Award. And then last year was at the Montreaux Jazz Festival in Switzerland and was one of the top 10 finalists there at a jazz vocal competition. So she's not fooling around, and she's like 5 minutes out of college. How about this?
Thank you.
And you know, one of the things that strikes me is it's such mature control, such a mature sounding voice, and such a mature approach to some music that is a little, it's not, you're not doing all the standard tunes. You're really digging and finding interesting songs that are less often done, and you're putting new twists and writing lyrics. What draws you to a tune, and are you specifically looking for something that is less known, or is it just that things that are less known, you do a little research and find something, you go, oh, that's cool, I want to do that?
I think that I'm more just kind of drawn to instrumental tunes in that recording. So specifically, I was talking about this Blue Note project.
Yes.
Really drawn to the groove and the feeling and the expression in that era. And there's some of those songs where if you listen to it, you just can't help but just, kind of move along to. And I think that's what the music is really all about to me, to really feel that connection where decades later you turn it on and you're just like, oh yeah, that's it, And so I realized that, and so then I've been trying to find lyrics or write lyrics. I don't think that I choose things to be different or to be choose things that are less known, but I just sort of am drawn to those things and try to find ways to hopefully make it enjoyable to listeners who's never heard them before.
Right. One specific thing, towards the end of the Joe Henderson tune, you had a beautiful line with Tim. Was that something you wrote, or was that something from the tune?
It was something I wrote, yeah.
It was, really?
The very beginning, I did the original bass line, which comes from the Joe Henderson recording, and then I wrote a soli line, which is something I love to do scat singing and improvising, but I also realize that can be kind of a hard thing to listen to. So I've been trying to find ways to still deal with improvising and chords and things and make it still very approachable to listeners. So the soli line is one way to do that.
Yeah, and a soli is when instruments are performing, and in this case, instrument and a voice performing together in unison, or in concert, doing something exactly the same together. As opposed to a solo, obviously, one person soli together. I had another question, and it is gone. Anybody have any questions before I think of my question? Yes.
So when did you know that you wanted to sing jazz? And was there a particular recording or artist that you were listening to when you had that aha moment?
I got connected with a vocal jazz camp when I was 12 years old. And I went every summer. I kind of fell in love with it. And I don't necessarily think I had like an aha moment. It was just that I kind of grew up. It would be a week-long camp where we learned about the history, about the theory of the music, and we got to see all the professional singers perform every night. And I just kind of grew up thinking like, I could do that. I want to do that. So then it just became kind of a normal thing that I wanted to pursue. And I ended up going to the school that I went to, that camp. And I see a few of my former college members hanging out in the back there.
All right.
So yeah, I don't think, it wasn't like one specific moment. It was, again, I just kind of grew up into this idea that it was very possible to do this as a career and as a living, and that that's what I wanted to do and that's what I should do.
I was just thinking to my first couple of years out of college, my first year out of college, I wanted to play music. I moved down to the Chicago area and played with my buddy Don Sternberg, who was was the reason I moved to Chicago, because we had gone to college together. And we were playing some gigs, but not enough gigs. And I had a job in a paint store and sold paint, glass, and wallpaper for a year. And after a year, I thought, all right, that's enough of that. And then I went to graduate school because I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't figure it out. So kudos to you for jumping in and sticking with it and doing so well. I mean, at this young an age, at this young a career, to be doing so much. I remember what my other question was. It had nothing to do with music.
Okay.
Is that in Manhattan?
It is in Manhattan.
All right. All right. Now, but the reason I asked that is it related to Paul Marinaro?
Of course, it's related to Paul Marinaro. So Paul is a fabulous singer based here in Chicago, and he's a big Manhattan lover. And he always has him on stage or talks about him, and I finally tried one, and I've been kind of hooked ever since.
Guy,
so.
He's
a very bad influence. Never meet him.
He is a
definitely
horrible.
meet him.
Thank God he's not here to represent himself, because we can say very openly he is a horrible influence. That man. The first time he performed here, I have to tell you, this is God's truth. I am no prude. I mean, I would quickly gravitate to a vodka drink or a gin drink. And the first time Paul was here, he said, hey, it's a whiskey lounge. How are the Manhattans here? And I went, they're great. I had never had a Manhattan in my life. So you ordered one. He went, you are right. These are great. So I went, I got to try one of those. So since then, I've been a Manhattan drinker. And so then I just saw this one. She's drinking a Manhattan. I bet I know where that came from.
That's good.
How long has this particular trio been together?
I don't really know. 2 years, maybe? But very seriously, I think in like the last year and a half or year, probably.
I was talking to. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I think so.
I was talking to Dan and Tim earlier, and the last time these guys were here, Dan brought his Leslie speaker cabinet, which is a big wooden cabinet which had speakers that actually spin in a circle, which gives it that that B3 sound. And unfortunately, the cabinet is sick tonight, but it's such a mighty sound, isn't it? For just like 3 people, it's such a great sound, and such formidable players. I just love this. Yes, Michael.
When is your CD available?
When is the CD
That
available?
is the $1 million question. So my goal is to record it this spring and have it out like late summer, early fall.
All right.
I do have an EP out, and I have some for sale, actually. The last song we did on there, Yardbird Suite, is on there, and it features this group plus a drummer and an occasional saxophone. He's on a couple tunes as well.
Well, we all look forward to hearing that. I'm going to give these guys. Oh, yes. Go ahead, Jamie.
If this were American Idol, you'd start out going, I don't like scat, I don't get scat, I don't understand scat, I don't ever want to not hear it again. You are magnificent.
Isn't that great?
You just converted the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good. Yay.
Thank you.
I completely agree. Do you have any, before I let you go, are there any upcoming gigs you want us to know about that these folks should know about?
I don't know. I've been prepping for this one.
Okay.
It's not super close. We'll be at one of the Pete Miller's locations tomorrow and Saturday in Wheeling. So it's not the one next door. That's all I got.
Okay.
I got a couple of small things, but
All right.
great.
Did I see another hand somewhere? Somebody? Yeah, John. What was the name of this camp you went to? Oh, the name of the jazz camp.
Janice Borla Vocal Jazz Camp. And Janice Borla is a singer that I studied with at North Central. So they would bring in, so North Central College based out of Naperville. They would bring in Janice and then 2 other singers. And they had a professional quartet that we worked with. We got to do a final concert with them just for fun. They used to video record the concerts. The first year I went when I was 12. And I decided I would kick to cut off the band. That was what I did as a 12-year-old.
You would kick?
I kicked.
Like literally kick?
I literally kicked to cut off the band. So I hope that never surfaces
Wow.
anywhere if I ever become really rich and famous.
We have to get that now.
It was really awful, but I'm not going to do it, but it was a forward kick.
Kind of a
No,
judo thing?
I'm not going to do it.
You kick somebody in particular or just the air?
Everybody in the
Everybody.
audience. No.
I got it. As long as I have you as a captive audience, pun intended, I will tell you next week. I always put these little tabletop cards out, and you can see the upcoming things. I did not get one printed for this. Obviously, the last Thursday in February, and the March one should be out. I actually had to juggle a couple dates around in March, so I wasn't ready to print them up yet. They will be out next week. But I will tell you that next week, my dear friend and great bass player Jim Cox, who plays here often with me, with other, he's no stranger to you if you are a fan of the series. I occasionally say, "Hey Jim, who you been playing with lately?" Because the bass players never get the love, and so I occasionally ask him and have him put something together to bring here. And so he has been playing with the guitarist that I don't know, but I've met him because he's come here, but I've not heard him play. His name is Donovan Mixon, and I'll have stuff if you check the website. I'll have something you can click on, or sign up for my little newsletter. I'll send you something you can click on before next week so you can hear a little sample of him. But Jim says he's a fantastic guitarist, so it's going to be Jim playing bass, Donovan Mixon playing guitar, and then a percussionist named Gene Leroy, or Leroy. I'll find out next week how to pronounce it. But it's, from all reports, a fantastic trio. So please do come back for that, and please do stick around. Much more music to come. These guys are going to take a brief break. Thank you so much for coming, supporting live music, and particularly this series. We really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. Look, I'm here with a Manhattan. Damn you, Marinaro. Oh, did you? Oh, great. So, folks, thanks so much for sticking around. We're going to bring Dan and Tim and Alyssa back up in a second. And just want to remind you, next week is Jim Cox with Donovan Mixon and Gene Leroy. It's going to be guitar, bass, and percussion, which should be actually quite interesting. And on into March. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up in March, and next week we will have the table cards out, which will tell you, and of course our website will tell you as well. Again, remember on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock is our radio show. It's called Chicago Jazz Live, and that's on WDCB 90.9 FM on what they say is Chicago's radio home for jazz. And now, without further ado, we're going to bring back Alyssa Allgood, Dan Chase, and Tim... And Alyssa Allgood and Dan Chase. They're dropping like flies. Oh, wait, here they are. Thanks for sticking around, folks. All right.
Well, just since Steve started his bit with I have a Manhattan, I also have a Manhattan, so here you go. All right, we're going to start off with something that's a little bit different than the first set we did, and we hope you hang in there with us. It's a little bit more of a kind of modern jazz take on an old standard, or instrumental standard. And this is one of the tunes that was recorded during the Blue Note era off of John Coltrane's album. I think the only album he recorded on that label. This is his song, Moment's Notice, with lyrics by two members of the New York Voices, which is a vocal jazz ensemble. They've been around for about 25, maybe 26 years at this point, and do some great work. So this is Moment's Notice. Each day's a new day, if for a moment time flies right on by. Before you know, it's the same day right behind you, leaves you wondering what you've got to hang on to. Blink once, you'll miss it. Lost in the moment, think twice, notice it. This wish is worth waiting for. You're wondering no more. Make the moment last, for time is moving fast. Don't delay, noticing the moment is the way. Each day's a new day, if for a moment time flies right on by. Before you know, it's the same day right behind you, leaves you wondering what come by. This wish is worth waiting for. You're wondering no more. Make the moment last, for time is moving fast. Don't delay. Noticing the moment is the way. Thank you very much. And that was an arrangement written by Dan Chase. Yeah. All right, we're going to continue with something that doesn't sound anything like that first song we just did for you. This is a great old standard that I heard through the incredible Chet Baker. This is I've Never Been in Love Before. And I would say, I kind of talked very briefly during our Q&A session we had right before this, that I love scat singing and improvising. And one thing I've kind of developed a recent passion for is taking a solo with the lyrics of the song. Because I think that makes it a little bit more understandable for an audience, and the lyrics are just so great for a lot of these tunes. So that's what I will be doing on this tune and a couple other songs in this set. Instead of taking just a scat solo with syllables, I'll be using the lyrics and totally destroying the melody after I've already performed it for you. So this is I've Never Been in Love Before. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. I've never been in love before. Then all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm filled with foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before. I've never been in love. I've never been in love before. I've never been in love before. Then all at once it's you. It's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But I didn't know the score. For this Manhattan is all too strange and strong. My heart is filled with song, and out my song must pour. So please, please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been, no, I've never been in love. I've never been in love. I've never been in love. I've never been in love before. Thank you. Tim Fitzgerald. I've never been in love before, then all at once it's you. It's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm filled with foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please, 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 please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before. No, I've really never been in love before. I've never been in love before. Then all at once, it's you forevermore. I've never been in love until I saw you. I've never been in love until I saw you, and then I was so in love. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. Then all at once, it's you. It's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I've never been in love before. Then all at once it's you forevermore. Then all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. Then all at once it's you, it's you, it's you. I've never been in love before. No, I've never been in love before. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to continue with a song that almost has the same title. I just realized that now in my programming. That's fine. So we just did I've Never Been in Love Before, and we're going to continue with If You Never Come to Me. So it's almost the same, but totally different vibe. This is a song written by Antonio Carlos Jobim, who wrote a lot of wonderful music, including The Girl from Ipanema, probably one of his most recognizable songs. And this is actually kind of a fun story for me. So this event, this concert series, is sponsored by WDCB 90.9 FM, and they graciously played my EP that I released last January. And I was driving in the car, I think one of the first times they ever played one of my tracks. So I got to hear them say, and now we're going to play Alyssa Allgood. And I thought, hey, that's me. You know, it was this kind of like weird moment, like, okay, here we are, you know. I didn't run off the road or anything. I kept it together. But it was a really cool feeling to kind of hear yourself in that moment. And this was a song that they played. This is If You Never Come to Me. Good? 1, 2, 3, 4. The peaks where winter snows. What's the use of the waves that will break in the cool of the evening? What is the evening without you? It's nothing.
my wonderful dreams. Why would they need me? Where would they lead me without you? To nowhere. Thank you. There's no use of a moonlight glow or the peaks where winter snows. What's the use of the waves that will break in the cool of the evening? What is the evening without you? You know it's nothing. It may be you will never come, and if you never come to me, what's the use of my wonderful dreams? And why would they need me? Where would they lead me without you? To nowhere. Without you, I'm going nowhere. Thank you. Thank you very much. You think so? Sure.
right, we're going to do one of my favorite songs, and I have no idea why I like the song so much. I feel like telling that embarrassing story. What do you guys think? Is tonight the night? Okay, so this is a song called Just Squeeze Me. And we did a private party, and there was a little girl named Stella. And so we did this great standard called Stella by Starlight. It's a beautiful song. Hopefully some of you know it. And then this guy came up to me. He's like, well, do you think you could like put my song in a name? Or put my name in a song? And I said, okay, I'll try. And the next song that I was going to do was Just Squeeze Me. So I'm like, instead of changing the song that I'll do, which would be the most reasonable thing to do, I'll just put his name in this totally inappropriate song, which is what I did at this private party. And so in some part of the lyric, I said, actually his name and his wife's name at the same time. I said, just squeeze me, Doug and Libby. And when I said that, I'm like, this is totally cool. But I looked over and Tim was looking at me just like, what are you doing? And Doug and his wife were just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I have no idea. So we're going to do that. And I hope none of you are named Doug or Libby, because we're not going to put your name in this song. Okay? So this is Duke Ellington's Just Squeeze Me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had no Manhattans at that party, by the way, just so everybody knows. It was just like I don't know why I did it. Treat me sweet and gentle when you say goodnight. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I get sentimental when you hold me so tight. So just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I've been missing you since you went away, singing the blues alone each day, counting the nights just waiting for you. I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. When I get this feeling, I'm in ecstasy. So just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Treat me sweet and gentle when you say goodnight. Why don't you just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I get sentimental when you hold me so tight. Please just squeeze me, and don't you tease me. Don't you tease me. I've been missing you since you went away. I'm singing the blues alone each day, crying the nights just waiting for you. I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. When I get this feeling, I'm in ecstasy. So just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Don't you squeeze me. Thank you.
Dan Chase. Tim Fitzgerald. I get sentimental when you hold me so tight. Just squeeze me, but please don't you tease me. Why don't you treat me sweet and gentle when you say goodnight? Come on and just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I've been missing you since you went away, singing the blues alone each day, counting the nights. I'm just waiting for you. I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. And I get this feeling I'm in ecstasy. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Why don't you just squeeze me? But please don't you tease me. Why don't you just squeeze me? But please don't you tease me. Why don't you just squeeze me? But please don't tease me. Thank you. So now that you've all heard the lyrics to that song, imagine putting complete strangers' names in the middle of it. Totally does not work and is the worst thing you could do. So we have maybe a couple more for you. I'm going to do two more tunes for you. The first is a beautiful ballad, which I think is appropriate. I don't think they say the word whiskey in the lyrics, but this song, I know, so sad. It is the Whiskey Lounge. We're so happy to be here at the Whiskey Lounge. But this song references several kinds of liquor and love at the same time, which is great combination. Yeah. This is You Go to My Head. Cool. B flat? Yep. You go to my head and you linger like a haunting refrain, and I find you spinning round in my brain like the bubbles in a glass and I find the very mention of you is like the kicker in a julep for two. The thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to me, cast a spell over me, but I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Can't you see this never will be? You go to my head like the summer with 1,000 Julys. You intoxicate my soul. You intoxicate my soul with your eyes. Though I'm certain that this heart of mine hasn't a ghost of a chance in this crazy romance. You go to my head, you go to my head, you go to my head. Dan Chase. The thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to me, cast a spell over me, but I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Can't you see this never will be? You go to my head with a smile that makes my temperature rise like the summer with 1,000 Julys. You intoxicate my soul with your eyes. Though I'm certain that this heart of mine hasn't a ghost of a chance in this crazy
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we're going to do one more tune for you. We do have 2 songs. Do we have time for 2? Should we do 1? Okay. Since you're all listening, we'll do 2 more for you. Yeah. 2 more. Okay. This is a great standard entitled Where or When, and Dan transcribed this recording from Larry Goldings, who's a phenomenal piano player and organist. So we're going to do his arrangement of Where or When. It seems we've stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing were the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happened for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before, and we've laughed before, yes, we've loved before, but who knows where or when? Thank you. Like this before, we've looked at each other in the same way then, I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing were the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happened for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before, we've laughed before, and we've loved before, but who where or when? Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to close out the night with a great tune that's not really a standard. I don't think it's super well known, but I came about this through a John Coltrane recording, and I realized that we started this set with one of his compositions, and we're closing the set with a song that I heard through him. I didn't plan that, but good job me. That worked out pretty nice. This is a great tune written by Jules Stein. He wrote a lot of great tunes. Other than this is You Say You Care. One, two, three, four. You say you care, and all at once a million roses pour their perfume in the air. You say you care, and you put words to what the whippoorwills are singing everywhere. How sweet, how strange, that all my loneliness could change into the loveliness we share. If you were there, no hill would be too high, and darling, I could even fly the sea. Just to hear you say you care for me, you say that you care. And all at once a million roses pour their perfume in the air. You say you care, and you put words to what the whippoorwills are singing everywhere. How sweet, how strange, that all my loneliness could change into the loveliness we share. If you were there, no hill would be too high, and darling, I could fly the sea just to hear you say you care for me. You say that you care, and all at once a million roses pour their perfume in the air. All because you say you care, and you put words to what the whippoorwills are singing everywhere. How sweet, how strange, that all my loneliness could change into the loveliness we share. If you were there, no, it would be too high, and darling, I could fly the sea just to hear you say you care for me. Why don't you say you care? Thank you. Tim Fitzgerald, you say you care, and all at once a million roses pour their perfume in the air. You say you care, and you put words to what the whippoorwills are singing everywhere. How sweet, how strange, that all my loneliness could change into the loveliness we share. If you were there, no hill would be too high, and darling, I could even fly the sea just to hear you say you care for me. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
It's the Alyssa Allgood Trio. That's Alyssa Allgood singing for you.
Thank you very much.
Dan Chase on the B3 organ. Tim Fitzgerald on the guitar.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks so much for coming out, folks. Thanks to these three incredible musicians and there is hope, right? There is hope when you hear young people swinging this hard. Please do take these little cards with you. Do come back next week. Again, these cards don't reflect what's coming up next, but it is Jim Cox with Donovan Mixon and Jean Leroy playing guitar, bass, and percussion for you next week. Should be fantastic. And thanks again for supporting live music and particularly this series. We really do appreciate it. Have a great night, and thanks, you guys.
Thank you.